The point of listening like a rock isn't because you're supposed to listen like a rock when you're with a client. It's just because it, for most people, seems to facilitate an experience of what it's like to listen with nothing on your mind and with no agenda. And I've found personally that if I say to people, now listen with nothing on your mind with no agenda, they think, okay, I should have nothing on my mind, but I've got stuff on my mind. What do I do to get stuff on my mind? So the rock thing sometimes works. But yeah, so so there's absolutely that. Just recognize as we do things here, I'm not secretly teaching you how to coach the techniques that I then pretend there aren't. People think this, right? I get accused of secretly teaching techniques all the time. You know, as if it would be evil, and you know, but it's not. It's just these are just sort of things to kind of wake up the circuitry. I don't know what. The second thing, you know, about it is that it's like the person who said, I think it was one of the two of you who said, you know, when they started to listen like a video camera, they started to cry. Yeah, well, that's just what happens when two human beings sit down with one another with nothing between them. We fall in love, we laugh, we cry. That's natural. It is so not normal. It's so not okay. Right? Don't you dare do that out there, right? Or else people will notice there's something different about you and want to hire you, right? But it is, I mean, that's just what happens, right? We don't have to do that. We don't have to cultivate that. We don't have to practice that. That's what happens when we're not in the way. You know, we just start to fall in love all the time. And it's cool, and you know, you learn as you go, oh, it's the most meaningful thing in the world, and it doesn't mean anything, right? It's the most beautiful experience. It's what most people crave and feel lucky if they find one person in their life they can sit with in that feeling. And actually is the most natural thing in the world, and is only problematic if we think it means something more than that, right? You know, I don't remember when I first said it, but it was like I realized at some point that you know, most people have experience of sex without intimacy, but very limited experience of intimacy without sex. And actually that's part of coaching. In this way, is you're just present with somebody. It's a very intimate thing. It's kind of gets underneath all that stuff, but it doesn't mean anything. It's not personal. It's just what happens when human beings sit together. And that's the nature of human beings, right? That's the principles in action. That's the nature of mind, the oneness of life.